What we have discovered is that Joe Bradford is not alone in his fight to help at-risk children. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of organizations all over the country doing great work. People are truly giving their lives to love children.
We had a chance to spend some time with people who, like Joe, are working with children in the inner city and ask them how this film could impact what they're doing.
Seeing all the work done in these communities was amazing, but there was also a sobering aspect to it as well, and that is we're just scratching the surface. There's so many kids that still need our help. One of the things we want to do with Firebird is spotlight this issue.
So often when people think about the inner city, they just think about violence or they think about people wanting handouts, and they forget about the children. They didn't choose to live here. They didn't choose to be born in this situation.
In neighborhoods all over America, kids are being destroyed on our streets. There are kids growing up in the middle of drug addiction, fatherless households, gang violence, generations of poverty. They grow up with no hope for what they might become one day.
Not everybody, even in our country, has a voice. For me, it helped me realize that I could use my voice to be a voice for those that don't have one.
I grew up in the inner city. I grew up in that type of environment, and I was determined that this isn't going to be my life. I'm going to be different, and I want these kids to know you don't have to be a product of your environment. What you see at home or what you see in your neighborhood doesn't have to reflect your future. I'm so thankful for the people that inspired me and helps me to see that that could be a reality in my life. I just want to do the same for these kids. I just pray they'll recognize that there's a God that loves them and that regardless of their situation or regardless of what happens at home, that they're not alone and they're loved.
When you love somebody, you talk about breaking down social barriers, economic barriers, race barriers. It changes everything when you love on people.
I've learned so much more than I've ever taught. I've received more than I've given, and that's one of the reasons I'm excited about this film, because I think it tells the story and kind of turns that upside down, that we have as much or more to receive than we do to give when we go to help.
Some people can look at the inner city and they can think, can anything good come out of the inner city? And I hope that after seeing this film, they can say, yes,